lovely people. Elaine Musso here. This is a little video about how to better communicate with your loved ones. Now, it should be easy, isn't it? If we love someone, you should be able to get on. But how come we've got so many divorces and so many conflicts? And in our current life at the moment, where we have been locked with people and we're still working a lot at home, we're still a lot with people that we are supposed to be close to, conflicts have a tendency to fester and carry on, and it's not a nice feeling for anyone in a family unit. So today I just want to give you 2 or 3 ideas about how to help yourself start feeling better talking to your partner, talking to your husband, talking to your wife. The first thing is that you need to start looking at developing your self-awareness. What do you actually say to the other one? Okay, what do you actually behave when you hear that person? Do you get irritated? Do you use a lot of "you are not doing this"? Is there a lot of blame? Okay, so raising your self-awareness means that you start looking at what you do towards that person. Okay, do you get exasperated and just roll your eyes? Do you get annoyed when they say something and cut them short? Okay, so look at what you do, because one of the big principles about getting better communication with people is about changing yourself and not trying to change the other person. And this is quite typical of women who have a tendency to want to change their partner, think they can shape their partner, but actually you need to change your perspective on your partner. So, are you playing the blame game? Then I want to tell you a little story. I used to do exactly that. My first partner, I spent most of my relationship always blaming him for what he wasn't doing and constantly complaining. And what was very interesting is I never really properly raised it with him. So I was often talking to other people about what happened in my relationship. And one day a friend said to me, "You're telling me all this about how it's not working, but have you actually addressed it with your partner? Have you actually talked to him properly about the fact you're unhappy and that he's not doing what you'd like him to do?" And I realized I'd never really done it. It was easier for me to think that it was all his fault and it was never mine. So I wasn't taking responsibility for the relationship. I was sort of shifting it, talking to other people how unhappy I was, but not actually facing the problem and thinking, well, I need to properly find a way of communicating with that person instead of blaming him for everything he wasn't doing, or because he could only do what he was doing. He couldn't necessarily do something I wanted him to do. And that's where it brings you that you have to start looking at, instead of putting emphasis on what you want, and putting your emphasis on what the other person brings you. Now, nobody's perfect, okay? In every individual there'll be qualities and there'll be things which sometimes is not fantastic, okay? Someone who's quite bubbly at times might be talking too much and annoy the other person, for example. So we've got good and bads, and we're fine the way it is. But when we have a partner, the partner is still going to have their own identity and their own qualities, and sometimes things which really get on our nerves. So instead of looking at what we're not doing for you, or he hasn't bought me flowers, or he hasn't done washing up, what does he do well? Oh, he brings money home. Okay, he spends time with the kids, or he has repaired a bike. Look at what he does and appreciate everything that he does, because this will help you in your head to shift your perspective, and it will help you to look at the whole relationship in a different way. Instead of thinking, I want that, therefore I'm going to scream and yell that I deserve to have it. Think about, what does he bring to the relationship which I like, okay? And start from that. Obviously, if after a while you're still unhappy, it's still not working, well, then you've got to think about what happens next. Are you going to stay with that person? Are you not going to stay with that person, etc.? But it's more about appreciating, be grateful for the fact that person is with you and what that person does well with you or for you, or just doesn't naturally. We're all talented. We all have things to bring, but it's the perspective you have on that person. So it's shifting how you look at that person, and this is, I can tell you, really, really important. So don't try to change anyone. Change yourself. Change the way you look at that person. Stop blaming a person for everything they don't do or they don't have, and look on the contrary of what they do well and what they give you, which is nice, and their qualities, and then your relationship will start to change. I hope this is helpful, and if you want to find me, you can connect with me on Public Speaking from the Heart with Hélène Musso, or you can send me an email, beconfident@helenemusso.com, or find me at helenemusso.com. Till another time, bye bye.